Hey Magic fans, and welcome to the Let's Talk Magic podcast game day preview. Game day number 50 for the Orlando Magic today. And we have an early tip in the Motor City, and the Magic are looking to power themselves to a win over the Detroit Pistons. Venue, Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. UK tip time, a superb 8 p.m. We love these, which is 3 p.m. in Orlando and in Detroit. To watch here in the UK, you are going to need an active NBA League Pass subscription. Talk about the Magic first of all. Regular season record 26 and 23. We have won 2 games straight and are 5-5 in the last 10 played. Starting to move in the right direction, guys. Road record is 11 and 16, and we are still standing in 8th in the Eastern Conference, tied on record with Miami in 7th. They do hold the tiebreaker. Points per game, we are scoring 111.6 and conceding 110.8. Those rankings of offensive and defensive are still the same. 24th offence, 4th defence. Last time out, what a win this was. Another night and another clutch road game for the Orlando Magic as we took on the Minnesota Timberwolves. We overcame a 17-point deficit to defeat the West's leading team. 108 to 106, and it was the second biggest comeback victory for the Magic this season when we were down by 18 in Denver. That remains as the largest comeback win so far. So despite going behind heavily on the back of conceding 38 points in that first quarter, the Magic didn't panic and they did not let their belief waver in any shape or form. Steadily built their way back into the game, starting to get stops on the defensive end, and the Magic held the T-Wolves to 21 points in the second quarter and even more impressively 18 in that final period. All-star, I love saying that, All-Star Paolo Banchero showed composure and leadership again. He held his nerve to sink a pair of free throws from the charity stripe very, very late, 9.2 seconds remaining, and they were his first free throw attempts of the game. Racked up 23 points on 50% shooting, going 10 of 20. Also had 6 assists. Franz Wagner, 19 points, 5 assists, 2 steals. Wendell Carter Jr. battled hard all night against Rudy Gobert, contributed a strong 18 points and 12 rebounds for a double-double, third of the season for him. Double-digit scoring by Markelle Fultz, 10 points, 5 assists, and Jalen Suggs with 15 points. He was on a hometown floor, playing in front of friends and family. He's not lost on the arena floor ridiculously. That stat that was in the commentary since he was at school, all energy, and he also grabbed 2 important steals. Bench unit, their contribution wasn't massive on the box score. In all honesty, 23 points. It's not their largest total by any stretch of the imagination this season. However, it went beyond that box score. Jonathan Isaac, 18 minutes, produced another masterful defensive performance. Mo Wagner, he brought that spark of energy and action that you could almost overlook. You come to expect it of him. Gary Harris, he returned to the court after missing 14 consecutive games. And Joe Ingles, he just brings his own pace and controlled manner to the court with some excellent ball handling abilities. Starting unit, Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero and Wendell Carter Jr. From the bench, Jonathan Isaac, Gary Harris, Cole Anthony, Mo Wagner and Joe Ingles were the 5 used. Coach Mosley employed that big unit again at the end, which sees Jonathan Isaac closing out the game. Just short of 20 minutes, as I say, he'd played by the time we finished. Tonight, no injuries. Wow. I had to do a double take on that. When I wrote this, there are no injuries listed. Jet Howard is unavailable still, G League assignment. Kevon Harris, as always, listed as out, 2-way G League player. So don't expect Coach Mosley to change up much. His preferred starting option is almost a lock, and that core bench unit that he's happy to run with. So hopefully we see a very, very settled performance from the Magic. On to Detroit. 6-42 record this season, really not doing very well. Lost their last two and are at 3-7 in the last 10 played, sitting at 15th, last in the East, conceding a massive 122.5 points per game, scoring 112.9. Tells you the problems that they are getting. Offensively rated at 25th and defensive is 29th. At home, a really poor record of 4-22. But let's talk about their statistics. They are a team that takes the most 2-point shots in the league, and they have a 53.7% success rate, which surprisingly that's 22nd in the league. So it's not, even though they take an awful lot, they're not scoring at a high rate as far as the league are concerned. That translates into 52 points in the paint per game, which is 10th. Decent assist rate, very strong on the offensive rebounds, scoring 13.8 second chance points, which is mid-table in the league. Defence, they are mid-league in restricting opponents' second chance points, restrict 3-point opportunities, but they do concede on 38% of those shots that are taken. They are turnover prone, and it sees them concede off of turnovers. It sees them concede on fast break points and in the paint. Cade Cunningham, he's played and started in 39 games this season. Team leading scorer with 22.5 points per game, and also leads on assists at 7.5. Bojan Bogdanovic scoring 20.5 points per game, including a superb 42.5% from range. Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duran, Alex Burks, Isaiah Stewart, and the newly acquired Danilo Gallinari. I'll put my teeth in and get it right. Danilo Gallinari. They're all averaging double-digit scoring per game as well. Jalen Duran, Isaiah Stewart, and Usar, I've remembered how to say it, Usar Thompson, are providing rebounds and blocks. Duran is averaging a points and rebounds double-double per game. Last time out for the Pistons, took a 136-125 home court defeat to the Los Angeles Clippers on February 2nd, so 2 nights ago, played same time as the Magic did. Detroit led all bar a few seconds of the first quarter by as many as 14 points. 2 minutes 30 remaining in the second quarter, and the Clippers took the lead, never relinquished it. Jaden Ivey led with 28 points, Bojan Bogdanovic 26 points, including making 6 of 9 with the long ball. Cade Cunningham an impressive 16 points and 11 assists, double-double. Marcus Sasser led the bench, 21 points, 8 of 10 shooting, including going 5 of 6 from the 3-point range. Got to watch out for this boy as well. Starting unit was Cade Cunningham, Kevin Knox, Bojan Bogdanovic, Jalen Duran and Jaden Ivey. They do have a couple of injuries tonight that they are concerned about. Isaiah Stewart, he remains out with an ankle injury. Mike Muscala, who recently acquired, is day-to-day and questionable on a concussion issue. Most importantly for them, Cade Cunningham is day-to-day but probable. He does have a knee issue. Detroit are seeing multiple starting units this season. Coach Monty Williams has used a fair few starting units. Will he go with the same 5 as against the Clippers? Clearly that's going to be decided by, initially, Cade Cunningham's availability. Cade alongside Bogdanovic, Stewart, who is out, and Duran have all been consistent starters when available. Hayes, Ivey and Thompson have been the others to see high usage as the starting point. Head-to-head with the Pistons, 124 league games played, and the Magic are trailing 54-70. Single meeting so far this season on game day 22, which was the 8th of December, and an injury-ravaged Orlando team bounced back after 2 successive losses. 91-123 home court win, and that at that point consigned the Pistons to their 19th consecutive loss. Orlando won all 4 quarters. Franz Wagner 27 points, Paolo Banchero following up with 22. Last season it was a 2-all tie, seeing both teams win at home. Orlando and Detroit have recently been exchanging short runs of wins. Orlando won the last 3 played, Detroit the 3 before that. In the last 13 played, it's 7-6 in favour of Orlando. The final 2 meetings of the season come very, very soon after All-Star Weekend. So final thought, it's now 27 road games played and 14 have been decided by a margin of 5 points or less, and 10 of those have been by 3 points or less. Throw in the home game in Mexico City and it's 15 and 11, those figures. So first of all, for the sake of our nerves and our heart rate and our overbitten fingernails, please can we just have a blowout win for once? Season 2023-24 was supposed to be one where this Detroit squad that is stacked with young talent made some clear and tangible growth. It hasn't happened so far, including losing a record 28 games straight. That's an NBA record this season that they set. They then beat the Raptors and followed that up with another 7 losses. So huge problems there for this team. First game this season in which Orlando dominated, as we said, was injury ravaged as far as the Magic were concerned. There was no Markelle Fultz, there was no Wendell Carter Jr., Jalen Suggs or Jonathan Isaac. And that leads us into Jonathan Isaac, who is just reminding everybody why he is one of the world's best basketball defenders. Incredible, incredible play over these recent weeks. Absolute top tier. Kevin Durant, Karl Anthony Towns and Victor Wembanyama will all testify to that. He's forcing opponents into tough shots, or they're simply not trying, they're just passing the ball on. Doing this, it's important that I say, we are never disparaging of our opponents and we don't underestimate one. On paper, Detroit are talented, but we can clearly see that they are having issues. It is an opportunity for Orlando to put 3 wins together on this road trip and ramp up the pressure on both the Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers, who are ahead of us on the standings. Miami are 26 and 23, same as ourselves. Tonight they are at home to the 32 and 15 LA Clippers. The Pacers, 27 and 23, so they play one more game than ourselves, are on the road in Charlotte. Orlando close this 5-game road trip on Tuesday in Miami for our final meeting of the season. It's an important time for this team. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this preview, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the notification button. But more importantly, go Magic and let's get that W tonight.